Welcome to Dragon Horde Gaming. In today's video, we'll be opening up a Strixhaven Set Booster. Yesterday, I got to open up 6 of these boxes for a store that I go to. Had a lot of fun doing that. What? Why is this one pack upside down? Oh well. Here we go. First pack, the upside. All those packs are upside down. That's weird. Okay. No list card. We got art card, land, and Pondrix Apprentice. Conspiracy Theorist. Cost 2, generic and a red. Whenever it attacks, you may pay 1, discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Whenever you discard 1 or more non-land cards, you exile 1 of them. You may from your graveyard. If you do, you may cast it this turn. Alright. An Approach of the Second Sun for that, and divide by 0 foil. Alright, Approach of the Second Sun, that's cool. Commons, uncommons, tempted by the Orreek. Cost 4, generic and 3 blue. For each opponent, gain control up to 1 target creature or planeswalker that player controls with mana value 3 or less. Strategic Planning in a Fuming Effigy and a Helm of Keldra. I was talking with someone yesterday about this. Well, I got that. Alright, got that. Common. Porphyry Ghostforge Mythic. Cost 5, 3 generic, a red and a white. Spiritual Control have +1/+1, have Trample and Haste. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a spirit in addition to its other types. And it has, when this creature leaves the battlefield, return exile card to your graveyard. Alright. Torrent Sculptor, cost 4, 2 generic and 2 blue. Ward 2. When Torrent Sculptor enters the battlefield, exile an instant sorcery from your graveyard. Put a number of 1/1 counters on Torrent Sculptor equal to half the card's mana value, rounded up. And then we got a Flamethrower Sonata, cost 2, generic and a red. Discard a card, then draw a card. When you discard an instant sorcery card this way, it deals damage equal to the card's converted mana cost or mana value to target creature or planeswalker you control. Your opponent's control. You don't control. Yeah. Sign in Blood. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. So 2 black mana. And a Humiliate. That. Foil Swamp. And commons. Cody, Voracious Codex. Cost 3 generic. You can't cast permanent spells. Pay 4, tap, add a white, blue, black, red, and green when you cast your next spell this turn. exile cards from the top of your library until you exile an instant sorcery card with lesser mana value till end of turn. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Put each other card exiled this way on the bottom of your library in a random order. Adventurous Impulse, and a foil Waterfall Aerialist, and a Linmore Reborn. Alright. List card. And that's it. Alright. Weatherboom Command, Swamp, Common, and Exponential Growth, cost 2X's, and 2 green. Until end of turn, double target creature's power time X times. Alright. Brainstorm, cost 1 blue, draw 3 cards, and then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library. Bioglyph Foil, and a Fractal Token. I need to hurry up here. There we go. Oh, so this here's the forest that goes with the forest. Nice art. Alright. There's the commons. Commons. Crackle with Power. Pay triple X. 2 red. Crackle with Power deals 5 times X damage to each of up to X targets. Alright. Flame Scroll Celebrant, cost 2, generic and red. Whenever an opponent activates an ability that isn't a mana ability, Flame Scroll Celebrant deals 1 damage to that player. Pay 2, generic and red. It gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And then it's Revel in Silence for 2 white. Your opponents can't cast spells, activated Planeswalker local abilities this turn. Exile Revel in Silence. Claim the Firstborn, and a foil Strategic Planning Pest Token. Yeah. We got a list card there. Is that? No, not signed. Island. Academic Probation, cost 2, a generic and white. Choose 1. Choose an online card name. Opponents can't cast a spell with the chosen name until your next turn. Choose target an online permanent until your next turn. It can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Verdant Mastery. Cost 6, 5 generic and a green. You may pay 3 generic and a green rather than the spell's mana cost. Search your library for up to 4 basic land cards, reveal them, put 1 of them into the battlefield tapped under an opponent's control. If the 3 and a green cost was paid, put 2 of them on the battlefield tapped under your control and the rest into your hand. Then shuffle. Faithless Looting, 1 red, draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards with flashback with 3, 2 generic and a red. Academic Dispute Foil, and a Merfolk Mistbinder. List. Alright. I gotta move my camera a little bit to the side here. There we go.
I mean, it's probably a good idea to get an amount of food in you. I'm not sure if packing a lot is strictly the right thing.
Elemental Expressionist, cost 4, hybrid blue-red. Magecraft, when you cast a copy of instant search spell, choose target creature you control until end of turn it gains. If this creature would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. And when you exile this creature, create a 4/4 blue-red elemental creature token. Eliminate and play big. And no list.
Party. Definitely a worthy investment.
We'll say.
Riley told me to get 20 tacos just to piss off his manager.
Oops. Get the commons. Uncommons.
Yeah.
Quandrix Command. Costs 3. A generic, a green and a blue. Choose 2. Return target creature or planeswalker to its owner's hand. Counter target artifact or enchantment spell. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creature. Target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from the graveyard into the library. Got a D-Spark, which costs 2, white and black. Exile target permanent with mana value 4 or greater. Leon Light Scribe. Cost 2, a generic and a white. Magecraft, when you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, creature control get +1/+1 until end of turn.
It was $1. That was $1, like 19.
Alright.
So they were $1, then they were $1.29.
Uncommons. Elite Spellbinder costs 3, 2 generic and white. Fly. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top target opponent's hand. You may exile a non-land card from it. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may play it. A spell cast this way costs 2 more to cast. Fury. Low-hold Pledge Mage foil. Alright. Alright.
I am really tired. I am finally recovering from my second soda shot. Alright, I can see the light of day again.
Alright. Elemental Expressionist. Did we go with that one already? Yeah, we already did. Divine Gambit. Containment Breach foil, and more garbage. Alright. I Twitch. Oh wait, I'm not reading them. That's right. Necroblossom Snarl. When it enters the battlefield, reveal a swamp or forest from your hand. If you don't, enters the battlefield, taps for black and green. Snakeskin Veil and a Pilgrim of Ages. All in a list card of Elspeth Conquers Death. Cost 5, 3 generic and 2 white. Exile target permanent an opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Non-creature spells your opponents cast cost 2 more to cast until your next turn. Return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a 1/1 counter on counter or a loyalty counter on it. Okay. I didn't read that one there. Helm of Keldra. Equip creature has first strike, trample, and haste. Pay 1 if you control equipment named Helm of Keldra, Sword of Keldra, and Shield of Keldra. Create a 4/4 colorless avatar legend creature token named Keldra. Put it into play and attach those equipment to it. Equip 2. Foil.
Who do you think I am? Yes, I pulled the list in that time.
Alright, doing Elite Spellbinder. We already went over him, right? Wait, yeah, we did. And a Channel. Cost 2 green till end of turn. Anytime you could activate mana ability, you may pay 1 life. If you do, add a colorless. Field Trip foil.
That was an interesting item. just halfway through the interview.
Okay, I do not recognize that art. What is this?
Like, oh, okay, cool. We're just gonna go with
Mila Crafted Companion. Oh, that must be the special art.
How you even got lined up for your interview? Was like,
Alright,
sit
we
in
got
and say, "Hey, do you want a job?"
planes.
And she's like, sure. And I was like, congratulations. You want to work for me? Is anybody wanting
Alright.
tacos, by the way?
Overgrown Arch.
Would you like a taco?
Poet's Quill. Cost 2, generic and a black. When it enters the battlefield, learn. Equipped creature has +1. Gets +1/+1, has lifelink. Equipped for 1 in black. Pestilent Cauldron. Costs 3, 2 generic and a black.
God damn it. We bought too many tacos.
Discard a card. Create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Pay 1, tap. Each opponent mills cards equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. Pay 4 and tap. Exile 4 target cards from a single graveyard. Draw a card. And then it's got the sorcery. Restorative Burst. Cost 5, 3 generic and 2 green. Return up to 2 target creature, land, or planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand for each player. Each player gains 4 life. Exile Restorative Blast. The real possibilities. Foil Metalli Spear. Token. Alright.
unless you're gonna be sneaking tacos while you eat. Or while you work. Well, I mean,
Strixhaven Stadium. Cost 3. Generic. Tap, add a colorless. Put a point counter on Strixhaven Stadium. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, remove a point counter from Strixhaven Stadium. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to an opponent, put a point counter on Strixhaven Stadium. When it has 10 or more point counter stadiums, remove them all, and that player loses the game. Counter Spell. Cost 2 blue. Counter target spell. Campus Guide. Foil. Alright.
They're garbage cards. I'm building a pet deck. Please gather all the pet quills. They're literally tokens that are one.
That is Island.
That's the theme of my garbage
Swamp.
deck. Shall be marvelous. There's gotta be a way to
Commons. Harness Infinity. Cost 7. A generic 3 black, 3 green. Exchange your hand and graveyard. Exile Harness Infinity. Mythic, so it goes there. Alright. Whirlwind Denial. Heated Debate. And a Pegasus Stampede. Alright.
I guess.
Alright. Confront the Past. Cost an X and 1 black. Choose 1. Return target planeswalker card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Remove twice X the loyalty counters from target planeswalker an opponent controls. Alright. Wither. Bibliopax. Add a color list. Pay 2, tap, look at the top card of your library. If it's in a sorcery card, you may reveal it, put it in your hand. If you don't, put the card into your hand. You may put it into the graveyard. Activate only if you have exactly 0 or 7 cards in hand. Olvida, Dean of Perfection. Did I already get this one? No, that was Torrent Sculptor. Cost 2 generic and a blue. Tap, you may exile instant sorcery card from your hand, put 3 hone counters on it. It gains at the beginning of your upkeep. This card is exiled, remove a hone counter from it. And when the last hone counter is removed from this card, if it's exiled, you may cast it. It costs 4 less to cast this way. And then on the back, it's Missouri, Dean of Expression. Cost 5, 3 generic and 2 red. Beginning of your upkeep, exile a top card of each opponent's library until end of turn. You may cast spells from among them exiled cards. You may spend mana as though it was mana of any color to cast those spells. Whenever you cast a spell from exile, put a 1/1 counter on Necessary Dean of Expression. Village Rites, and a pop quiz foil. Alright, we got Kashmina's art card. Swamp. Listen. Oh, Dragon's Approach. That's a valuable common. And Sedgemoor Witch. Cost 3, 2 generic and a black. Menace, Ward, pay 3 life. Magecraft, when you cast or copy an instant sorcery spell, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token with, when this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Memory Lapse, cost 2, a generic and a blue, counter target spell. If the spell is countered this way, put it on top of its own library instead of into a player's graveyard. Emergence Sequence foil. There we go. Foil Forest. Oh, another Dragon's Approach. That's weird. Alright. Shadewing. Oh, it's commons. Radiant Scroll Wheeler. Cost 4, 2 generic red and white. Instant sorcery spells you control have lifelink. Beginning of your upkeep, exile instant sorcery card at random from your graveyard. You may cast it this turn. If the spell cast this way would be put in your graveyard, exile it instead. It's pretty good. Exis, Uric Overlord, costs 4, generic, a white and 2 black. Double strike, Magecraft, when you recast a copy instant sorcery spell, return target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And then Awaken the Blood Avatar, cost 8, 6, generic, and the black and a red. It's an additional cost to cast this spell. You may sacrifice any number of creatures. This spell costs 2 less to cast for each creature sacrificed this way. Each opponent sacrifices a creature, creates a... Each opponent sacrifices a creature. Create a 3/6 black-red avatar creature token with haste, and whenever this creature attacks, it deals 3 damage to each opponent. Alright. Electrolyzer. Costs 3, a generic, a blue and a red. Deals 2 damage. Divide it as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. Draw a card. Leech Fanatic. And token. Lightning Bolt. Sign Lightning Bolt art. Oh, nice. It's the first signed card out of this box. Alright. Bookworm. No, go on that. Calling Ritual. Costs 4, 2 generic, a black and a green. Destroy each non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. Add a black and green or green for each permanent destroyed this way. Defiant Strike. Infused with Vitality. Foil. And a Ethereum Horn Sorcerer. Cost 6 for generic white and the red. Pay 3 a generic white, red and red. Blue and a red. Sorry. Sorry, I said white earlier. Return it to its owner's hand. Cascade.
The non-foil versions of the commander base cards are actually because they're only available with foil.
Alright.
They may have a tribute mage on me,
Alright. Poet's Quill, we already went over that one. Strategic Planning. Thrilling Discovery Foil. Oh, another signed card. This here is Prismari Campus. Alright.
If not, I will give you one of my tribute pages.
Demogoth Titan, cost 4, hybrid black-green. Whenever it attacks or blocks, sacrifice a creature. It is 11/10. Urza's Rage, cost 3, 2 generic and red, with a kicker of 9, 8 generic and a red. This spell can't be countered. It deals 3 damage to any target. If the spell was kicked instead, it deals 10 damage to that permanent or player, and that damage can't be prevented. Foil Brogrog Befuddler. Alright. Here we go. We got a list card in here. We got a Bookworm, Mountain, Commons, Uncommons, Calling Ritual. I think we already went over that one. You got a Cultivate and a Deadly Brew and a Nezumi Grave Robber list card. And oh, it's an uncommon. Okay. Basic Conjuration, costs 3, a generic and 2 green. Look at the top 6 cards of your library, reveal a creature card from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library. In a random order, you gain 3 life. Oh, only 2 commons. Nope, we got a Quandrix. Tanazir Quandrix, cost 5, 3 generic, a green and a blue, flying trample. When it enters the battlefield, double the number of 1/1 counters on target creature you control. When it attacks, you may have the base power and toughness of other creatures you control become equal to Tanzir's power and toughness till end of turn. Valentine, Dina of the Vein, cost 1 red, Miss, lifelink. For non-token creature your opponent's control would die, exile it instead. When you do, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 1/1 black-green pest creature token with. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Synodina of the Root, costs 4, 2 generic and 2 green. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1 generic. If you do, put a 1 counter on each creature you control, and those creatures gain trample until end of turn. We got a Negate and a Foil Revitalized. Prismari Command, costs 3, generic, a blue and a red, choose 2. Deals 2 damage to any target. Target player draws 2 cards, then discards 2 cards. Target player creates a treasure token. Destroy target artifact. Dark Ritual, cost 1 black, add 3 black. Beaming Defiance. Alright. Foil Plains. More uncommons. Dramatic Finale, costs 4. Hybrid white-black. Creature tokens you control get +1/+1. Wherever one or more non-token creatures you control dies, create a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token flying. Activate this trigger only once each turn. Mana Tithe, 1 white. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. And a Foil Poet's Quill. Already went over that. And a Renata list card. Alright. 4 packs left. Try to go through these as fast as possible because I don't want my video to just End. Crackle with Power. Already got that one. Got a Duress. Got the Golden Ratio. Token. Alright. Accomplish Alchemist, cost 4 through generic and a green. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. Tap, add X mana of any one color, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Kadeen, Dean of Substance. Cost 3 to generic and a green. Tap, exile a top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it in your hand. Otherwise, put a study counter on it. Pay 4 generic and a green. Created 0/0 green fractal creature token. Put a 1/1 counter on it for each different mana value among non-land cards you own in exile with study counters on it. Abraham, Dean of Theory, cost 4, 2 generic, 2 blue, flying. Pay X and 2 blue, tap, exile the top X cards of your library, put a study counter on each of them. When you may put a card you own in exile with study counter into your hand. Opt. Blood Age General, foil. Alright. Got Witherbloom, Mountain. Alright. Uncommons. We got Auric, Lore Mage, cost 4, 2 generic and 2 black. Tap, search your library for a card, put it into your graveyard, then shuffle it. If it's an sorcery card, put a 1/1 counter on Auric, Lore Mage. Growth Spiral. Cost a green and a blue. Draw a card. You may put a land card from your hand into the battlefield. Foil, Moldering Korok. Last pack. Alright, last pack. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like, share, comment, subscribe. And, alright, there's that. We got a Silver Silencer, white and black. When it enters the battlefield, choose an all-line card name. Opponents cast a spell with the chosen name, lose 3 life, and you draw a card. Alright. Infuriate, Study Break, and a Dryad Arbor. Nice. Okay, well, good luck in your openings, and I wish to see you in my next video. Goodbye.